I wanted to talk with you about why expats, digital nomads, and entrepreneurs are moving to Bulgaria these days. We're going to talk about the visa, tax, COVID, and life situation in Bulgaria. But before we do, let's have a look at some simple facts. Bulgaria is a country located in Eastern Europe, and with a population of just under 7 million people, Bulgaria isn't exactly a giant. Bulgaria borders Romania, Serbia, North Macedonia, Greece, and Turkey. When having a look at the visa situation, we can see that citizens of the European Union and EEA enjoy freedom of movement. That means that in order for an EU or EEA citizen to live in Bulgaria, they are not required to have some sort of visa. Since the freedom of movement principle applies, citizens of the EU and EEA can work, live, and study in Bulgaria without any limits. In case you are a citizen of a country that does not belong to the EU or EEA, then you can still visit Bulgaria for 90 days within a 180-day period. Since Bulgaria is not part of Schengen, your stay for 90 days in Bulgaria will not count towards your 90-day in a 180-day window limit for the Schengen region. That means you can go to Bulgaria for 90 days and still stay another 90 days in Greece without hurting your 90-day Schengen visa limit. Citizens of countries that don't belong to the EU or EEA can still live in Bulgaria for the long term if they manage to qualify for a Type D visa. One such way to qualify involves you to incorporate a business in Bulgaria and employ at least 10 locals, 10 Bulgarians. Students from outside the EU and EEA may also live in Bulgaria if they manage to qualify for an EDU visa, which requires enrollment into an accredited Bulgarian university. Highly skilled migrant workers may also live in Bulgaria provided they qualify for this visa. One of the more obvious ways to qualify for a long-term visa is through either family reunion or marriage. Bulgaria offers a really attractive tax incentive. Local income as well as foreign income, no matter how much you generate, is capped at a 10% tax rate. That means you could be generating 100,000 euros a year and only pay 10,000 euros in taxes. That's assuming that the 100,000 was net income. The same holds true for people who are employed in Bulgaria or for people who run businesses. No matter how much income you have, you're only going to pay 10% in taxes. Non-residents are only taxed on their Bulgarian-sourced income. So in case you have like a rental property, in case you have some sort of business dealings in Bulgaria, in case you're doing workshops, in case you're doing some sort of summer work vacation, then that income would be taxed at 10%. If we compare this to other European Union countries that charge as much as 47 and in some instances even 52% of the total amount that's been generated in profit, we can clearly see that Bulgaria has a very liberal tax system, which is created, to attract highly skilled professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners who want to live in Bulgaria, build a business, make a great contribution to Bulgaria's economy, and still not pay a whole lot in taxes at the same time. Bulgaria's 10% flat tax rate hasn't really changed in recent years, and there is really no need to believe that it will be increased either. One of the biggest reasons why people are moving to Bulgaria is because of the low cost of living. Rent prices in Bulgaria are more than 80% cheaper than they are in a place like California, and even 89% cheaper than they are in New York City. So if you paid $4,000 for an apartment in California or New York, chances are you're only going to pay $400 to $800 for the same apartment in Bulgaria, possibly even less. As I was reading a really interesting post from a fellow digital nomad the other day, I learned how cheap it is to live in Bulgaria. She got by with a budget of just $550 a month, including rent, utilities, food, healthcare, everything that you can think of that you need on a day-to-day basis to live in Bulgaria. You can find a fully furnished one-bedroom apartment in Bulgaria's capital, Sofia, for as little as $250 to $300 a month. Well, this is not going to get you a very luxurious place. It's going to get you a one-bedroom apartment that would easily cost you double or 3 times that amount in a nearby country. Digital nomads, expats, and entrepreneurs have long been praising Bulgaria's cuisine, which is a mix of Turkish and European cuisine. Bulgaria was influenced by Turkey for a very long time until the Russians liberated the country during the Soviet Union era. Bulgaria is also a very diverse country. From the ski resort of Bansko all the way to the Black Sea cities of Varna and Burgas, you get to experience it all when living in Bulgaria. Bulgaria's capital, Sofia, is a big metropolitan that definitely has many things to offer that any big city guy or girl would want to have on a daily basis. Talking about the capital, Sofia, it's definitely the place where you find the most co-working spaces in Bulgaria. And if you want to have more of a vibrant life, then Sofia is definitely where you want to be. But many digital nomads also end up in Bansko, Bulgaria's #1 ski resort, which is just a 2-hour drive from Bulgaria's capital, Sofia. An interesting fact about Bansko is that they really overbuild in terms of units, in terms of real estate, so it's very easy to find a low-cost, ultra-low-cost rental in Bansko. So don't be shocked to see studio or one-bedroom apartments going for as little as $150 to $200 a month. Well, there isn't a whole lot to do in Bansko other than skiing, bike riding, spending time at the co-working spaces. People still love the little mountain town because they want to get away from their busy lives. And it's ideal for a digital nomad or tech entrepreneur, tech professional who wants to really focus on his business and network at the same time. The last thing I wanted to discuss with you in today's video is the COVID situation in Bulgaria. Right now during the summer, Bulgaria's government decided to remove all COVID restrictions to revive its economy. There has been a lot of ups and downs, mainly because the government was fighting with top-level businessmen, top-level businesses, because top-level businesses wanted to make sure the economy stays open, and the government wanted to do everything they could to stop the spread of COVID. So the two were battling really hard during the past 2+ years, and they ended up changing policies back and forth. While there have been a lot of protests against COVID and restrictions caused by the disease, the people have kind of calmed down now since the government decided to open up everything for the summertime. It is yet to be determined what happens in autumn of this year. What do you think about living in Bulgaria? Do you think it's one of the upcoming digital nomad locations in the world? Have you already spent time in the country? If so, what was your experience? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know. Subscribe now and turn on alerts to never miss any of my future nomadism, dating, and business advice videos. I highly recommend that you grab a free copy of my latest ebook, The Nomad Elite Income Booster, your go-to guide for creating passive income streams using the internet. All you need to do is click on the link below the video. And if you got some more time left, check out these videos. Thank you for watching.